Hello, my dear Libras. This is your love and spirituality reading for the time between November 16 to November 30, 2016, with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. So, November 16 to 17, we will have the Leonites meteor shower that was last seen in its greatest magnitude in 2001. It has a yearly shower, but in November, but peaks every 33 years, where hundreds of meteors per hour can be seen. Now the waning and gibbous moon from the full supermoon November 14 will block the fainter meteors. In 2001, the meteors could be seen also in sunset and sunrise. It was really beautiful, I remember. November 29, we will have the new moon in daytime. Someone feeling suppressed. I call the divine with love and light, and I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world, and I call the 6 elements, earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether, to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading regarding Libra's love life. I want my dear Libras to have love in their lives and find themselves in loving a relationship, and also I want them to have creative success and find themselves on their highest road towards their highest destiny. So now it was ready already. So I will just tune in a little bit. Okay, so this is your future, this is your now, and this is the past. The now is probably the last part of November 2016, but whenever you watch this, it's probably exact the right time to see it. Okay, so the first card for you is 2 of Cups. So 2 of Cups is a loving for someone and an understanding or longing, maybe sometimes also. It's just kind of a statement that you have love for someone and you feel connected with them. You see the ribbon there, and it's kind of a very sweet connection between those 2 people. They have this you see, both has flower in their hair, and they gaze up into each other's eyes. It's almost a wintry landscape. You can see the sea here is very shiny, but it's actually summer. It's just my camera making it winter for you. But so for me, when I see it through the camera, I get this feeling that it might have been like chilly for a while. It can have been a bit chilly, even if love is still there. It's a very beautiful card. It's a very beautiful connection. They are in tune with one another. This is kind of when you meet your other half, also within you, and you feel this feeling of being at home. It's a very sweet card about also celebrations, good talk with people. You can also have connection with them through dreams. So, okay, 2 of Cups is a beautiful card here in your past. And then you have Ace of Swords. So Ace of Swords is kind of, it's bravery, it's also communication, it's also like an assignment or a time when you need to do something that's kind of hard. But you need to do it for your future or for a better cause. And with Ace of Swords can sometimes be letters. So it might be that you have contacted someone that you loved, or that you have loved, because this is in the past, because you're seeing something from a higher perspective and you might want to share that. It can also be that you want to tell the truth about a love, or how you felt or how you feel for someone. So Ace of Swords is kind of blood, sweat and tears, victory at last. So I think you have marched out on some brave assignment where you are going to speak the truth even if your voice shakes. So it looks like truth, but also it's kind of you have a plan with something, and sometimes it can also be someone. Ace of Swords can use, it's double-edged, so it can be used both to hurt and to liberate. But in this case, it's a very beautiful position and with the Page of Pentacles. So I think someone can have come to you here in the past and gave you a message, or you have gone to someone and gave them a message, and it's kind of a feeling of love is still there. It's kind of still the thing. It's very in focus here. She is holding it up, and the Page of Pentacles is a beautiful card about purity, honesty, willingness to do the work, willingness to do this task that has been given to you, and not protecting yourself so much, but actually acting to favor for the whole humanity, or also for the other person in this relationship. So it's very sweet, and this page is very in tune with the spirits. You can also have very vivid dreams during this time about what you need to do. I feel like an urge, like I need to do something, I need to fix this, I need to make it happen before it's too late. You might have had a good eye to someone for quite some time, but you might have been fearful of letting them know this. And now it seems like the bravery is here, but it's very soft and sweet, and it's very young. So you might feel like you're walking on a bit shaky legs, and so you need to take things step by step. Do the brave thing, maybe retreat a little bit, do another brave thing, retreat a little bit, so you can always feel secure, and you don't hurt your vulnerable inner child. Because even if you want to be brave now, you also need to take care of yourself. Self-love is also important in every situation, and just see to that you have stable ground to walk on, so you are not walking like right out in a swamp and will be swallowed by disappointment, or feeling of being left out or betrayed or whatever, because this is you now picking up something that you have been, I think, rather afraid of. You might have not want to recognize it earlier, but here comes the Ace of Swords, so it's kind of clear as day here for you. You see it from above, so you know a thing and you want to express it, so it's very beautiful, but it's also very young and pristine and cautious here. You might also want to approach a person that's very this fragile and pure and honest, so you might want to be careful. Okay, you are careful. I forgot I had with Libras to do. This is 4 of Cups, so this is kind of, you have this assignment and you want to do it, but you are also very scared. So the Divine has tried to, well, they have contacted you here, both through your dreams with the Page of Pentacles that we had, but also through your thoughts. You know what you need to do. It's clear as day, but you are kind of hesitating a little bit, so you might do this, go forward and withdraw a little bit, but it's okay. So you need to keep your balance, your Libra, so you want to feel in harmony. You don't want to rush about things, so maybe you need to take a little step back when you have done this brave thing, and need to digest it a little bit and see what's coming next. But it seems like the Divine is a bit impatient with you. They are both patient and impatient. They are just waiting for you to do the thing that you have been talking about for a very long time, and yes, it seems like it can be a little hard to persuade you to do this, but it can also be like you have with a little, maybe a Capricorn or Virgo person, or a little Taurus person to do with. So it might be that you need to be cautious with them, as I said before. So the next card for you is 3 of Wands. So here we go again. So a little respite, a little rest, a little taking your time to it's almost like you're going back into your shell a little bit, like taking a time where in safety, because this is 4 of Cups. It's four has like it's a stable number. It's a square, so nothing happens there. It's kind of your comfort zone, so you're stepping back into your comfort zone. Maybe life isn't so happy there, nothing is really happening that's joyful, but it's kind of safe. So this is where you go to retreat over and over again, Libra. But as I said, you can also have with a little earth person to do, or someone else that's very pure and honest and willing to do great tasks, for yes, being like out giving. So they can also need to have this time of respite. But here it goes again, Three of Wands. It's kind of, you want to talk with a person, you want to contact them, you want to talk about the future. This is ships coming and going, so it's definitely something about the future and maybe relationships. But sometimes it's also, it can have to do with business. It can be a business partnership, or something with a family or friend. You need to feel your own intuition when I'm talking about the cards, what kind of situation you are in, because this is a kind of a preparation for negotiation. So you need to have your opinion straight, your will, and it seems to be very aligned. It seems to be, you know what you want, but you also need to know what you can't compromise with and what you can compromise with, because when you come to the negotiation table, you need to know what you can give and what you can't give. So you won't get ahead of yourself in this negotiation situation and do something that you are not prepared to do, because we see you're fragile and easy to scare. So you need to take care of this like empathic skill with you, or very fragile heart that you have. You need balance, so be sure about what you can give and what you can't compromise with. So you know when you go out and ask for what you want, because the other party may also have something that they want. So there needs to be some kind of negotiation, it seems, before you can run off in the future. But it might be travel as well. Some of you Libras might want to leave this assignment maybe and travel abroad and don't have to deal with it. Maybe you can stay in your comfort zone and avoid this mission. For some of you that might be the case. But that's not maybe the best way to do it. If you have an Ace of Swords, it's probably a very good thing to follow it, because it's kind of your destiny or your mission. Okay, so here we have a King of Cups, so that might be you that have stabilized a little bit with this loving feeling. Maybe you're not so afraid anymore like this little boy, and maybe you're taking more an adult approach to this situation and feeling more safe. Maybe you have got some good answers also from a person that you might have contacted or reaching out to in some way. So you feel more secure and more stabilized in this situation. Sometimes King of Cups is also someone coming with a proposal to you. So you have kind of proposal in both those cards. But it can also be you giving this proposal, and it seems like you're very sure of what you want, that you want this thing that's about to happen. You are very open for it in one level, but of course scared as well. We are always scared when we are going to do new exciting things. And but this King of Cups is very, he has positioned himself rather safe. When the waves comes here, they don't really hit him. He just takes the information of the waves, like, okay, I feel this, okay, I want this. He's not like going around like in the waves and being knocked over. He's more stable. The Queen of Cups is more sitting in the same level as the beach, so the wave is actually hitting her directly. So she's more in the tune with the moon's phases and can be rocked with her feelings. But this one, he's positioned himself a little bit more high, but he's still very emotional, very, very loving. This can also be for a person that you love. It can come like like when it comes like this, it can be okay, you love someone, or you have someone that loves you. So for some, this can be a person coming to them bearing gifts as well, and maybe you are a bit uh, cautious here with the Four Cups, how if you want to invite them or not. But what you need to figure out is just what you want. So when you know what you want, if you can listen to your inner voice is the divine here, trying to talk to you, trying to make you see something, listen to something, and you're kind of listening, but you're not looking, and you are not opening up with your feelings. So that's need to be done, so you can feel your feelings and know what you want. If you don't know what you want, you don't know if you should say yes and no or no to this. So okay, Ace of Swords, and then we have 10 of Cups coming here underneath the Ace of Swords. So it seems to be a very intense love, and it's 10, so it's very fully grown. It's something that won't go away just because you might want it to go away, because you are afraid that it's going to hurt you. When love comes, it's you need to be very brave and embrace it, even if you are scared, and even if you fear how exposed you will be, or how vulnerable you can be in this situation. If you don't give yourself to those situations that might be blooming out in happiness, you will never have a full life. If you don't cry all your tears and laugh all your laughter, as Khalil Gibran says in The Prophet about love. You can read that poem. It's very beautiful. I send it sometimes to my clients, to have personal readings with me, and because it's a really beautiful poem about, and also very prophetic description about love, what love really is. It's not just a walk in the park. It's there for making you grow against the light. So it's not there for you to just amuse yourself and just take the good parts. But when love comes, it also wants to make you a better person. So it's not when you say yes to love, you also say yes to a lot of hardship and a lot of work towards being more and more yourself each and every day, and open up and being more and more vulnerable and more true. So it's only a place for brave people to be in love, and to say yes to love. So you need to be a little more brave to be able to make it. You can go into a love relationship and be this scared and withdrawal, but it won't work out, because you need to be vulnerable, be able to be both strong and vulnerable, be able yes, to, like this Page of Pentacles, be able to say exactly what feels in your heart. Both love and anger and despair and everything needs to be able to be voiced, and you can't go into a love relationship and think that you can take only the happy moments and try to just skate over the rest. You need to dig deep and really do this work. But it seems like with the Page of Pentacles coming like this, it seems like you are willing. You're just a little bit afraid to take the new steps here into this new reality. But it seems like it's a very beautiful thing that's coming for you here. You might already have acknowledged it and already been in it, but it's also a bit scary here and very new, it seems. So underneath the Page of Pentacles, we also have a Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles might be someone that you love, or it might be you being this, both Page of Pentacles, very true to a person, a situation, whatever is in your life. It's a person being very true to this and not backing down. They are very stable, even if there's big hardships on the way. they don't back down, they keep their goal in sight, and they, if they fall, they just rise again and brush themselves off. They are very stable, but also very fragile and emotional, and passionate, and loyal. And you see the green color is for love, it's abundance, it's how earth gave us our food through the green, it's the love. And you also have a little goat back there, so it's a bit stubbornness as well. So this is a person that you can rely on, or you are the person that other person can rely on. So it seems it comes really central here. So it might be you that feel that you can't back away from this. It's going to be there wherever you want it or not. Or it could be a person that you really love, and you are now, because they are so stable, maybe you are more more trusting, more willing to trust this situation, and actually come and offer love, because you might have I felt a little frost here. So it might have been a frosty period, but now you have looked at this and you see that this person is not backing down, it's not giving up. So now maybe you are opening up for love. We'll see. We have a King of Swords here underneath the Four of Cups, and Libra is usually the Queen of Swords, but here we have a King of Swords, that's more Aquarius. But it might be that you have kind of grown up to the task. Libra, the Queen of Swords is more a loner, as it we see here, that might not want to go outside the comfort zone. But this is a bit more brave. He's looking at us. The Queen of Swords is looking out in the distance, not really connecting. But this one is actually connecting. So it might be that you have been able to now open up a little bit and connect with other people. You're still very, very protective. We see this in the throne and the armor and everything. You see this king, he doesn't have an armor. This queen doesn't have an armor. And the Page of Pentacles definitely doesn't have an armor. But this one has, because of course he's protecting his yummy inside here. So he needs to have a tough and respectable exterior when he goes out here to meet this situation with love, the love situation, because he's very scared and want to protect their inner child. It's kind of you being a father, taking responsibility for your inner child. So it's very beautiful. So you can be both the King of Swords and the King of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. It can be different phases that you're going through. What's within you is often also depicted on the outside of you. So both this thing can be you, this can be another person, this could be another person. So it's different for different people, because this is a general reading. But it can also be more 4 people involved in this. So and here you have a Knight of Swords. So Knight of Swords is Gemini. It's a more hasty energy. So it seems like there's both love here, but it's also kind of frustration and anger. So there's different level to emotions, and people are working on different levels. And some is more angry, and some is more cautious, and some is more like unconditional in love, and some are more disappointed and victimized. But this person is usually very aggressive in a way that's kind of also hopeful. It's steering around in the pot a little bit. And you have the Three of Wands here, and then the Knight of Swords. So it's definitely some message coming through, and it wants to come through hasty. And it might be that you have felt unjustly treated and want to get your voice heard. And it's also very brave, like this king that's a bit cautious actually is more outgoing now, and dare to do something with bravery. So because you have armored yourself, and and so you will go out and defend this little inner child that you have, that you are so afraid that they will get hurt. It's an explosive situation. It can go either way here, but I think it's some kind of bravery coming here, even though it's very well protected. And don't protect yourself too much when you want to go out and search for love or open up to love, because it might be that you're scaring other people away, especially a person that's this pure and honest. They don't understand why you need to protect yourself. They don't protect themselves. They fall and eat gravel all the time and just rise up and go about their business again because they need to. They are like this in their core, very very pure and honest. So mm, uh, they if you come here like really agitated and maybe very like a bit manipulative because you don't want to express fully what you feel because you don't want to get hurt, you might offend that person that's very pure and honest and always telling exactly how they feel and always showing you exactly how they feel for you. So they might actually take your approach here as an insult. This can also be a love triangle for some people, but it can also be that you loved someone in the past, but now it's more complicated. But it can be, for some, it can be a love triangle. It's two kings, one knight, one queen, and one page. And this is water, earth, and air. So water is emotions, earth is very stable, and it's where from earth everything comes that we want to have. So it's kind of a growing thing. And you have air here that's very fluid and communicative and a lot of thoughts. So fire is more spirit and passion. We don't have so much fire here, just this announcement that this Knight of Swords wants to make. So underneath the Two of Cups here and King of Cups comes an Eight of Cups. So Eight of Cups is, we see the backside turn here again. So I think it's this kind of on and off again thing that's happened when a person that's a bit scared of love fall in love. They always need to, it's kind of going and coming, and here's leaving those feelings behind, going into the future, but actually facing the stars and the moon, and that's kind of facing your own inner being and trying to find out what's really going on. And it's a tsunami wave that's kind of on their way there. Here it looks quite much more calm, this water. But it might be a person giving up on love and leaving because they might not dare to take the battle or to make them their voice heard or be able to trust love, or doesn't want to do the work. So it might be a person leaving, but we'll see what's going on. It's a little bit of feeling of a lot of energy here that wants to kind of explode, and it might end up in someone leaving here. But here we have a Ten of Pentacles. So it's very on and off again. The whole reading here, it's very fluctuating between I know what to do, I don't want to do it. I'm very pure and open. I know exactly what I feel, but I don't going to show it. I love this person very intensely, but I'm going to leave them. I'm never going to leave them. So it's very okay. So it can be different people having different views on this. But if it's two persons, it might be really unstable at the moment in some way. Even if the Queen of Pentacles here is very stable, things around her might not be as stable. And here we have a King of Wands, and that kind of indicating that this earthy person might be also a very passionate person, and We have the roses here, and this is a very fiery, passionate person. So you can still have with a Leo to do with. I've seen this with Libra for a long, long time. But it can also be any kind of fire sign person, or any kind of maybe earth sign person that's very stable. And it can be any kind of sign. But for some of you, this will be maybe like Capricorn and Leo or something like that. So, but this can be the same person, or it can be one person having very many suitors. So you Libra are very attractive. So you might have many people in your life right now that's being very interested in you. So therefore maybe the reading is very like pointing in many different directions, because it might be many different people that wants to approach you right now. But it can also be you that's from many different angles try to approach another person and try to deal with them, how you should deal with this passionate love here, this very open love, but in the same time a lot of fear and a lot of like protecting yourself and anxiety. So, and here we have an Ace of Wands. So the King of Wands and then Ace of Wands. So it's a lot of fire here coming, a lot of spiritual feelings, spiritual connections, willpower. Also, the King of Wands is very brave. This person is not so fearful at all. They are very direct with their emotions, and they don't fear them in the same way as the King of Swords might do. They don't fear heartache and trouble so much, so they might not see the problem really that you have, and don't understand why they can just start anew and get on with this. What's the problem? And this person is much more cautious, but it seems like an alignment here, an understanding with a new beginning. You see Ace of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. So it's very male aces. It's this is like mission, or speaking the truth, or fighting for justice. And this is willpower. This is what I want. This is what I need. This is what I'm going to do. And it's a new dawn. It's a butterfly here that symbolizes metamorphosis and maybe prior death that has been. So it might be that there's have been a long story prior to this that has led to this new beginning. Yes, and here comes also death, and it comes underneath Three of Wands and Knight of Swords. So I think it's very, for Libra, it's feelings that's you might not have needed to face before, that you need to face right now, and you don't really know how to deal with it because your old kind of survival strategies doesn't work. So there needs to be a total change and a total giving up of your being more vulnerable, giving up of all those old survival skills, and really telling things exactly as they are, without directing them, but in the same time be very firm with what you want from this situation. That you can be like this. Tell a person exactly how you feel. I'm so angry. I'm so in love with you. I feel so unjustly treated, and but I still love you, or whatever going on, and still you don't have to cave because of that. You can love a person and still choose to not be with them if you feel insecure about the relationship. But it's very crucial that you have this openness to you, this purity, as the Page of Pentacles here, and this little boy here, like not being so protective, and actually being able to be open, and being able to change your ways, and not be so guarded with armor and plans and schemes and manipulation. Try to be more like, this is how I feel. This is exactly how I feel. You don't have to be unprotected because of it. you just tell the truth. It's the truth. But then what you do, the action that you do might not be the same thing as what you feel. You might say, I love you very dearly, but I feel that this relation is going nowhere. Or I love you very dearly, but I'm afraid to be like consumed by this. It's 10-10. So it's something that's really profound. Something that's really, it's not like something half. It's not it's a real deal. It's kind of accepting a career, and you can't like just try it out, or accepting a relationship it's going to be like in full bloom. When you encounter it won't be like, oh, we can try, we can see. It's either or not. So it's kind of needs a lot of bravery here. And we have 3 kings, and kings is taking responsibility for a situation and actually change. The knights are hasty energies, and this is messages, so hasty messages with swords. So it's something you want to say. You might feel unjustly treated. You might want to change the course of your life. And the queens is people taking responsibility for not only themselves but also for others, and for children, and for people's well-being. And children are ideas. They are new things that comes. They are inspiration. So it might be a lot of dreams that have been going on also at night, is what I see. So I think it's a stable relationship where a lot of things needs to be expressed and needs to be changed into more honesty and more direct communication. It doesn't seem to be such a bad situation. It might be for somebody. I don't see so many choices. I see new beginnings, but since it's so many kings, maybe someone needs to make a choice. But it can easily be you being all those kings, or you having a person that's all those kings. So it doesn't have to be more than one person in a relationship. It can be different angles, that you love them, you fear them, but you're brave enough to go out and get them with the Knight of Swords, support with Knight of Swords. So it's it can be like this as well. So okay, death is, you need to change something. I had death with almost every reading right now, so I think it's something in the air that we need to change, or like almost go under, because the energies is so rough right now. So we can't like go out how we have been before, how we have survived before. It's need to be very clear and direct and truthful. So Libras, yes, okay, yeah, we'll see here. The resting tree is patient stillness. It's showing this, that you need to sometimes retreat and heal yourself, because this thing that you want to do might require a lot of bravery, and you're not sure if you're going to be well received, or if your goal is going to be fulfilled. So it might be that you need to stay in this position now and then, to kind of feel your feelings and heal them. Because if you can feel your feelings, you can also heal them. Sorry for the rhyme there, but it's the truth. And this is underneath a tree, so nature might be a healing place for you. So it might be, it's what I sensed a little bit with this reading, that it's kind of outgoing and inwardly, and outgoing and inwardly. So maybe you need to take a pause every now and then, a pause, and kind of take care of your inner child and your inner beings and your inner world, so things doesn't get out of balance. You're Libra, so you want balance, and you need balance to be moving on this bravely, as it seems like you are required to do, to make this new future for yourself, which you want with the Ace of Wands here. And we also have the web weaver, so synchronicity, divine intelligence, cause and effect. So we are very, very connected. we people, or over the whole earth. Everyone is connected, everything is connected, and whatever you do in the web will affect others. So be very cautious with how you act and how you behave. Take things step by step, and try to be the best version of yourself. So what's the best version of yourself is spreading like rings on water in this web. And it's also about destiny, about destined relationships. So you might be put together with someone by synchronicity, because it's the time. It can also be like you are the action that makes this synchronicity. Sometimes it can be like you are inviting someone to a meeting. You see this person is kind of waiting for someone, and all the spirit creatures here are also waiting in anxiety for this plan to be fully like put to yeah, it's a plan and it wants to be fulfilled. You see, it's kind of this discussion here, waiting for something to happen, something beautiful that's going to make you happy and fulfill your future. So it's a very beautiful card, this Web Weaver. It comes when you have really happy encounters, or you're doing something really brave that's kind of changed your destiny into something much more better. Okay, so I will also check the past life oracle cards for you. Okay, we have the High Priestess or High Priest jumping, and see if we can get the second card for you as well. The High Priest and Priestess is knowing. So, okay. Knighthood and High Priest. So it's something that you know. You already know what you're going to do. You're just scared of doing it. A unicorn is for unity for everyone. So it's not a task that you're doing for yourself alone. It's this Ace of Swords thing. It's something that's need to be done, and it's need to be done now. It's why you came, kind of. So don't hesitate so much. Try to move out and do it, or accept it when it comes, at least. So you're in the know. You know a lot of things, and it's time now to share those things that you know, and don't be so secretive, maybe, with what you know. Like, kind of protect yourself and your secrets and your true feelings. So it's also the Celtic Cross came for you. So Celtic Cross is very about astrological symbols and Sirius and the sun on the cross and a lot of things, but it's definitely for spiritual growth, and to actually do things as you are destined to do them. So it's kind of those things where you need to sacrifice yourself for a bigger cause. So, okay. I have a deer kind of calling outside. I don't know if you heard it. It's barking. So, okay. Thank you, my dear Libras, for watching, liking, and subscribing to my videos. I'm really grateful for all of the love that's coming. Also to the comments. I love to read your comments, and I laugh and chuckle and sometimes tears up a little bit. And if I don't answer you, it's probably because I align with you perfectly and think. And I'm also very grateful for what you have said. Sometimes it's hard to take gratitude. How you it's getting like you say the same thing all over again and again. So just know that I'm really grateful, and I'm really happy with the beautiful comments. And also, I hope to see you again in at the beginning of December. So take really good care until then. Bye bye.